Good morning, everybody. Let me go ahead and lower some of this. I'm going to wait for my co-host.
Hey,
Co-host.
what's up? What's
Hello.
up? Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
I
How are
thought you
you
had
this?
replaced me with your new baby.
No, of course not, my little chicken. He's actually sitting with me right now, currently as we speak. He's going to be joining us today because I don't know if my husband's awake or not, and he's been screeching at me to come and play. So I don't know if
Yeah.
you could hear that. So if you hear
I
little
had,
bird chirps, that's my baby boy. Yes, and
there
I'm
he
talking
was.
about you. I'm talking about you. So good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about chill chat. Probably, yes. This is exactly what this is today. Shows and movies we've been watching lately. Which honestly, I have been watching a lot of things. Oh, hold up. My bird has wants some scritches. So, hey, how was your week so far?
Uh, all right.
Good.
Um, I was very excited for yesterday because the Falcon and the Winter Soldier released their first episode. I'm very
Oh,
excited. Also,
yeah.
Switch the start soon.
Thank you. Thank you. I do need to switch to start soon. Thank you. Um, I have yet to see it. I mean, I intend to see it with Jack after the podcast. Oh,
Mm.
thanks for the kisses. So I intend to watch with Jack after the podcast. Um, because we're gonna probably be chilling before we have to help Chelsea. So ah, I want to try and get all that done before I have to go and do stuff.
Yeah.
You want to say hi? You can say hi.
No, he don't want to say hi. He's gonna want to talk in the background.
Oh yeah, Oreo, such a cutie. You want scritches? Is that it? Yes, you do. Sorry, guys.
Spoil
I'm
that
a new
bird.
mom, but not really a new mom because I have my dog.
You bird
But my
mom.
dog does not scream at me.
He whines.
Yeah, he does whine. When he wants attention, he'll whine. But he's been good.
He's
Anyway, what have you been watching lately? Let's say in the
my husband's
past.
picked back up.
Go
Hmm?
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, well, we've been rewatching the MCU. Everything. We recently finished Age of Ultron, so we're gonna go into Ant-Man next. He's picked back up. What is it? Star versus the Forces of
Forces of
Evil.
Evil? That's a good
Mm-hmm.
show.
It's a good show. But I watched the most recent season of Hilda on
Yes.
Netflix. It's so
Yes.
good.
I'm
So
glad.
good.
I was about to say, I'm glad that the way they ended it was very interesting. I can't wait for season 3.
I'm very excited for the next season.
Wait, will we talk spoilers for any of these shows? We'll just put a spoiler warning.
Okay.
But like
Yeah, let's try and avoid any like
spoilers?
late season spoiler warning, like late season spoilers.
Okay.
But if something like I don't what has a bunch of seasons? Like Star versus the Forces of Evil. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
anything from season 1 I'm not going to be super picky about, but like later in the seasons I would be like, "Hang on, pump the brakes.
Hangover
Let's
Squad.
be
Yeah. No. Actually, Oren, I didn't have a hangover. I think it's because I mixed all my shit with Gatorade. You want to go up? Come on. There we go. But yeah, I don't have a hangover.
I didn't drink so I don't have that problem.
Yeah, I lucked out. That's pretty much it for me. I just lucked out.
No, you had a really smart idea. Gatorade's a lot of people's tricks to preventing a hangover.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't drink any like when we did Phasmophobia, but that next morning, like when we were getting ready for the podcast,
Yeah.
I was drinking Gatorade. I was
Oh
drinking a
yeah.
lot of Gatorade.
And it was 0 sugar, so I didn't have like that ickiness, that sugar
Ooh,
ickiness, yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I lucked out.
Sugar dehydrates you, so it's only
Yeah.
gonna make your hangover worse.
So I didn't have that. I had 0 sugar, so I had no hangover.
No hangover.
No hangover. But yeah, so Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Yeah.
Ah,
No.
you good? I apologize for the chittering, you guys, but my breath won't stay with me today. Grapico betrayed me. I'm so sorry.
I can believe it.
I can too. I got so turned, but
I mean,
was
I'm
about
not
to...
sure if it's that homemade cinnamon whiskey
Oh
that you
yeah,
made.
that shit. Oh my goodness, I feel like shit. Aw. Listen to our, was it docile tones of our voices? I'm sure you'll feel much better.
And the baby bird. Your baby
Mhm.
bird. I can't wait to meet him. I'm so excited. Um,
He's the
but yeah,
sweetest thing in the world.
WandaVision was our most recent one that we have been watching,
Same.
and obviously I'm going into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'm so excited for. I'm so it. The first episode starts off a little more blocky and kind of choppy, but it's all setting up for very elaborate information between these two characters. Unlike with WandaVision,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so the Falcon and the Winter Soldier are two separate characters, while Wanda, Maximoff, and the Vision are considered a single unit.
Mhm.
It's like they're individual people, but it's their story.
I'm excited.
Oh,
Actually.
girl, I am too, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. I'm very excited.
I have to. I haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet. I did see WandaVision, and
Very good. That
yeah.
ending, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I am not going to spoil anything, but
It's very good, and everyone should watch it.
yes, it is very good, and everyone should definitely watch it. I liked the weirdness that it had in the very first
Oh yeah.
few episodes.
Yeah.
Because it had like this Twilight Zone-ish kind of Twin Peaks thing going on, and I was here
Right.
for it. I was so here for it. And like I thought when the action and all that like came like made sense, it would be like, well, it doesn't hold that much for me anymore. I was wrong. It still held a
Yeah.
lot, and I was so
It's so
into
good.
it. It's so good. Everything about it was
So
so good. Like, it was just really really good. So I am excited to see how the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is. I don't know if it's gonna live up to the hype though. That's the thing, like in my brain.
I think it's gonna be a slower start. I think it's gonna be a little bit like having seen that first episode. The first episode is good because it's a little bit blocky because it's kind of establishing backstories for Sam and for Bucky. It's a little blocky, a little kind of like expositionist.
Yeah.
But it's like I can already see that it's going to be good. It's just gonna take a minute for it to catch its stride.
You think?
Yeah.
Because there's only 6 episodes. Hi, Monty. There's only 6 episodes from the Winter Soldier that they
Is there?
announced. I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, I get that it could be slow going, but you don't have a lot of episodes for it to be slow going. You know what I mean?
Right, but I also feel like it's gonna end up being slow going because I think you'll understand when you see it and like when I talk to you later about it. It's like I think it's setting up for something more. Kind of like how WandaVision was kind of setting up for something more. I'm not like I knew what to expect with WandaVision because
Right.
it's the predecessor to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, featuring the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So it's like I knew what to expect with that. I'm like I have some assumptions about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't know who it's setting up for, what the next, because I feel like they're each going to be setting up for a new movie, for the next movie, quote unquote, and I don't know who we're setting it up for.
I gotcha. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. And my tweet will make sense when you watch the first episode.
Oh, okay. The one that I liked already?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering. But so that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
No, you will. You will. I promise. I promise.
But yeah, so I haven't watched any of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I do intend to watch it, and I have avoided all spoilers or whatever, people talking about it on Twitter and what.
Yep.
And on Facebook and wherever. So I'm
Yep.
not talking about it. But WandaVision, 10 out of 10. I really liked
Oh,
it. I
so
liked
good.
the way it ended. It was kind of
Yes.
open ended, and I liked that. But like you said, it was because they're setting up for something else, which I'm also
Yes.
very excited for because the Multiverse of Madness is going to be absolutely insane. Also, can we
It's
just
their
talk about her?
first horror movie.
Yeah, I was
First
like,
horror movie.
can we talk about her outfit though? Her actual Scarlet Witch
Uh,
outfit. I love
Girl,
it.
I think they did a great job
I
modernizing it.
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. I thought it looked so badass and like it just looked so cool.
It did.
Fucking loved
Looked
it.
super cool.
Um, but aside from all the big kid shows that I've been watching a bunch of kids shows too. The DuckTales reboot ended its season this week. Its final
I
show this week.
I
And
need
so
to go watch that.
yeah, so me and Jack have been watching DuckTales to kind of catch up on the final season, and so far it's been great. It's just I'm sad that it's over. I am very sad that it's over, but the way that they're wrapping it up, I think is perfect, if that makes sense. So far, at least. So
I need to watch it. I definitely need to watch it.
oh yeah, it's such a good show, and it's very well animated. Like I'm just impressed with the
It's-
animation.
It's so clean. The animation is super clean.
Where are you going? Do you want to go down? Hold up, my bird is like wanting to explore. He's bored on my shoulder. Come on, step up. Step up. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
The animation for DuckTales is super clean. I really like it. I think they
Mhm.
do. I'm glad they're not gonna try and drag this out. Like it makes me sad. I'm like, oh, it's a really good show with really good writing. Like the storylines are really, really good, but also they're not gonna drag it out for all eternity. Like
Mm-mm,
Pokemon.
No. Oh, Pokemon's still going. It's still going for generations to come.
So yeah, no, like
I wish it didn't end. They're actually doing so funny thing. The characters of the show, like the voice actors and stuff, the characters of the show actually have a podcast. So they're playing as their characters in the show, creating a podcast.
so
that you
you're
can
talking
hear on
about
Disney.
like David Tennant and everyone.
No, I'm talking about Uncle Scrooge and everybody.
Okay.
They're playing
okay,
as
okay,
their
okay.
characters in the show. Like it's so funny. I guess just to talk about what's going on, because I do think that it wasn't supposed to be canceled after this after the third season. I think they were planning for 4 seasons, so I think that's why they had to wrap up so quickly. Kind of like the what was it, Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
It only had 4 books, and it was supposed to have what, 5 or 6.
No, I don't think so. I think they ended it appropriately. Like obviously there were a lot of loose ends and stuff, but they
Obviously,
resolved that by putting them into books,
yeah.
specifically graphic
The-
novels.
I was about to say, like, you have to read the comics to see what happens, like how the story continues, how a lot of the questions you have would be answered, and like
Like Zuko's mother. I actually know what
Yeah.
happens to Zuko's
Same.
mother.
same.
And that was such a good story too.
It was such a good story, and I did not know about this until much later. You know that they continued the
Yeah.
stories and comics and such until
Mm.
much later.
Because
like-
Nickelodeon wasn't talking about it.
Exactly, they weren't. You want to go down? There we go. So they weren't talking about it, and I was like, I'm glad that they're continuing though, because the story, even as comics, are fantastic. The Avatar comics. It's still ongoing, from what I know. They still haven't finished it.
Understanding is that they're coming back and
My thing
resolving
is,
a lot of stuff in animation. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna get like Fire Lord Zuko.
yes,
Like
Fire Lord
a
Zuko.
story- like I don't think we're gonna like because the books are still like within a couple of years after the resolution of the original show.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get more like adult people. I think we're gonna probably end up again, probably, I haven't heard a lot about it, but what we're probably going to end up hearing about, story we're going to get is probably the establishment of the New Republic City.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for it either. I'm so excited.
So quote unquote adult.
Right. I am excited for it though.
I am too. I'm extremely excited. Oh, another story that show I've been watching, kinda, was what's it called? Shit. I just saw a gif set of it. She-Ra. That's what it is.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. So what are your opinions on She-Ra?
I think the animation is very cute.
Yes.
I feel like it's a very girl powery kind of movie without it being just like saturated in pinks. So it gives you a variety of like these pastel colors.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a very sweet story. I do think some of the seasons are really weak and kind
Same.
of rush.
Yes, I agree. I'm only in it for Catra and Adora. That's it. That's the only ship I was just
I
waiting
didn't
to
really
sell.
see that coming. I didn't see that one coming. But I did see
Wait, you didn't see Catra and Adora
and
coming?
Glimmer. I saw Bow and Glimmer coming. I didn't
Nah.
see Catra and Adora. I know it's dumb as fuck, but it's just like...
I saw Catra and Adora just because so many people shipped them. And like, honestly, I felt that their connection to me was... Like, their romantic connection made sense to me. You know, it really did. Glimmer and Bow just... I thought they would have been better as platonic friendships. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I get that. I get that not all relationships have to end in romance or just end. It's like there's
right.
okay with being platonic friendship. But
I think it was just the chemistry for me. You know what I mean? I think the chemistry between Bow and Glimmer seemed more like it could have been better as just platonic. Whereas the chemistry between Catra and Adora, I was like, oh my gosh, there's like that. I guess I love the trope where they hate each other but they love each other kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like deep down,
what is it?
the tension.
Enemies to lovers.
Yes, I love that trope. But they did it so well because they weren't enemies at first. They were best friends. Sorry, my bird says hi. So they were best friends.
This is Oreo, our newest member to the podcast.
He's like, I'm bored on your shoulders. Let me just peck at your keyboard here. He's so light he can't press down the keys. Anyway, because like I was, I loved their connection because they were friends, and the way that they moved on is one realized that what they're doing was wrong, and the others just couldn't handle it, because Catra's story honestly was one of the best. Like,
yeah,
and I loved Catra's redemption. Like, she's trying, but because of her upbringing, it was just harder for her.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I really liked it. You want to go down? You want to get out? Okay, come on, let's go.
Another show I actually, not animated or anything, but another show I ended up watching fairly recently, like within the past 4 weeks or something, was The Haunting of Bly Manor, which is
seen that one.
Like the sequel universe to The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes.
And I'm not super impressed with it. Like, I ended up, I showed I showed my husband this, and I sat Chelsor down, and I'm like, Chelsor, it's like, I'm gonna show you this first ghost. And I know you still haven't gone and watched the first episode just to see the first ghost. Yeah. I'll show you this ghost, and what's gonna happen is girl's gonna walk out into the street. It's gonna be like a little jump scare kind of thing, because it's like she's not paying attention. A car's gonna come flying past her and honking their horn and stuff, and we're gonna see the ghost in the reflection of the car over her shoulder. I showed this to Chelsea. I slowed it down and paused it, jumped to it. She's like, "That's the ghost?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is our first time seeing the very first ghost of the series." And she's like, "That ghost looks dumb as fuck." See, and he does.
See, like, Bly Manor was okay. Really hope for more personally. I loved Hill House.
Hill House is amazing.
Oh,
it's
that was
so good.
It was so good. Do you agree? Yeah, you agree. Yeah. Like,
He wasn't even hatched yet when The Haunting of Hill House came out.
no.
He
Yeah,
can
it's just
hush
fun
hush.
though.
He can hush.
Yeah.
He can
He's
hush.
trying to talk to me because we're talking. Um,
Oh.
so, uh, I
I
do
bet.
think.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, I bet Monty would agree with me that Hannah's episode was the best episode of that entire series.
Because, like, Bly Manor is set in the past, right?
Kinda. It's set in like mid 90s. So it's
Mm-mm-mm.
not like super past. It's fairly kind of recent. Like
Gotcha.
late 80s, mid 90s.
I gotcha. Okay. I was about to say, because I thought that was more in the past, whereas Hill House was more
Modern.
present time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern time. Well,
No, like
I do
it's
think they're gonna
not like
continue, 'cause
old
it's not from the-
school.
Yeah. Is it made by the same directors or right? Like,
I think so.
Is
I'm pretty
it?
sure it is. Yeah.
Because I like how they were telling its own story. However,
Yeah.
I will say it did from not only yours, but I've seen the reviews for it. It did fall kind of weak compared
Yeah.
to the others. Because the way that Hill House was, the puzzles of I guess the mysteries of all the ghosts were just very interesting.
Yeah.
Was Hannah the housekeeper governess?
Yes. Yes. She was the housekeeper.
Gotcha. So I like I said, I've seen a lot of the stuff, and I don't know if they're going to make like another season of that kind of stuff.
I think they have another like universe, quote unquote, slotted. Like I think that they were gonna do like 2 or 3 quote unquote sequels to The Haunting of Hill House. So it was The Haunting of Bly Manor, and there was going to be at least one more. But I think a lot of stuff got thrown into hiatus and limbo because of COVID.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, COVID ruined everything. COVID ruins everything.
Yep. Now,
Okay.
The Haunting of Hill House is based off one book, is my understanding, and The Haunting of Bly Manor is based off like multiple ghost stories by one gentleman.
Oh, okay.
I think that's my understanding of it.
I see. Well, I want a good show mystery like that.
Yeah.
Like I do like, what was it? I like horror shows, I guess. You know, if they're good, or like a good horror mystery show. You know what I mean? May I suggest, do you remember like 2-sentence horror stories? Have you ever heard of 2-sentence horror stories before?
Them, I haven't really like dove into them.
No. You can find them anywhere. So it used to be a thing, hold up, on Reddit, I believe. Let me just look this up. Yeah, so 2-sentence horror stories. It used to be something on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
And I remember it was like everyone was talking about these like different 2-sentence horror stories. And I think it was Netflix that picked it up. Or maybe there was another company that picked it up, where they actually took these 2-sentence horror stories and made horror show, like a horror show anthology out of them.
Yeah.
Like they had here's one. I'm just gonna read some 2-sentence horror stories because I actually really like them. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Or there is a face in the cellar staring at the security cam. Oh, wait, excuse me. Working night shift alone tonight. There's a face in the cellar staring at the security camera. You wake up. She doesn't. Like these things, because it's short and it makes your mind wander to what could be possibly doing. Or day 312. Internet's still not working. The horror. Living without the internet for 312 days. But I've been actually watching the second season of 2-sentence horror stories by myself, because they're creepy and whatever, and like scary, but not really scary. But they're pretty good, honestly. It's like it's pretty good. So I suggest if y'all like something like fun, horror fun, I guess. I mean, again, it's not great, but I like that it's not great. I mean, it's good, but like cheesy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not like B movie bad, but it's still kind of interesting. And they have 2 seasons out. I think you can watch it on Netflix.
Say there's nothing wrong with watching like B movies. There's a
I
charm
love
to
B
them
movies.
that's great.
We actually, speaking of B horror movies, we watched The Blob recently.
Oh no.
Yes, okay, first off, can we just say me and Jack, we've been watching like a lot of horror movies. Cheesy, campy horror movies. That's the perfect way to describe it, Monty. We have been watching cheesy, campy horror movies lately. The Blob being one of them, which I actually really... It was so cheesy and terrible. Oh my gosh. But like the practical effects is still like amazing to me. You know what I mean? How they made the Blob was so interesting. Practical effect wise, it was awesome. The Blob is fantastic. So I really enjoyed it. We also watched, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but I watched the entire Cube series, like of the Cube, which is kind of like a Saw-ish movie where you have traps and all this shit, you know what I mean? And people go crazy and kill each other and whatever. I watched that. I watched all 3 movies with Jack. First one was good. The other 2 was... Yes, I agree. It was not that great, right, Oreo? Yeah, the Cube series was good. I liked what they were going for. However, after the 3rd movie, they never made another Cube movie. And the ending to the 3rd movie left so many questions. Was it the 3rd movie or the 2nd? I think it was the 3rd. Left so many questions. And like, they never got resolved. Ever. And I got mad. Because I was like, that's it? Yes, I agree. So... Damn it. I hope they remake the Cube and answer more questions. Cause like I was mad. We did watch a movie called Brick, which is like a noir film set in high school with what his name? That cutie. Oh gosh, what is his name? I have to look it up. Hold up. It was made in 2005. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love him.
It was
I love
okay.
him.
So my husband was like, "Oh yes, there was a remake called Cube for the Japanese." Yeah, you're absolutely right. So we watched this movie called Brick, which is like a film, like noir mystery, right? But it's based in high school. And every time I watch it, I'm like, these are high school kids. They're not supposed to be this smart. These are high school kids. Like when I was in high school, I couldn't talk like that, or, these are high school kids. And I just couldn't get that out of my head that they were high school kids. Like I get that, it made me laugh. It took me out of the movie sometimes. Because they're like, well, I can't go to class because I got to solve this mystery. And I'm like, y'all so dumb. They also talk like they were in the 20s. Fucking love that movie, though. It's a good movie. If you like mystery film noir set in modern times, I suggest Brick with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Love him so much. I was distraught that we never got... He was kind of lined up to be the first quote-unquote Robin for the Christian Bale Dark Knight series, movie series.
Yeah.
And in the final one, the Dark Knight Rises, all this stuff, we get the police officer that's Batman, and it's like he's the only one other than Commissioner Gordon that's kind of siding with him and like kind of learning the ropes of being a good cop or actually just being a good
Mhm.
investigator, really, from Batman. And it's just like at the very end, it's like, oh yeah, look under my real name, Robin. And I'm just like, please, please, please let him be Dick Grayson. Please let him be Nightwing. He would be the greatest Nightwing of all time. And we didn't get that. And I am
Nope. And
devastated.
we
I am
never will.
and I am I'm like, okay, maybe we could get like Ben Affleck as and Jason
No.
Gordon-Levitt and like and
It'll
no, because they fucking
never
killed Dick Grayson
happen.
in that universe, and I'm mad. Oh. This isn't the DC versus Marvel podcast.
Oh,
I will shut up. I will shut up now.
speaking of, so they have the what was it? The it was trending as well. The Schneider release of the Justice League. It's a
I've-
4-hour film.
I have
Bonanza.
not been hearing good things about it.
Oh no way, really?
Yeah, like I don't know what Twitter's saying about it, but a lot of my friends that are like big comic book and nerds, both in like physical media and digital
Yeah.
media, it's just like they are not enjoying it. like,
No
at all.
way. Well, one, it is 4 hours long, and 4 hours and some change. I cannot sit in a movie for 4 hours.
I mean, Endgame was hard to sit through, honestly.
Yeah.
And it was like just over 3 hours.
Hi, Nasium. Are we dunking on Justice League? We're talking about the 4-hour
See?
film that was released.
See, even Nasium. Also, Nasium, thank you for following us on Twitter.
Oh, thank you for following us on Twitter. But yeah, we're talking about the Zack Schneider release for
Yep.
the
Mm-hmm.
fucking movie. The movie.
Justice League.
Yes, Justice League. I'm looking at it now. I haven't seen any reviews. I just knew that the full movie
Yeah.
was supposed to be released, and everyone was asking for the original cut. They've been asking for it, and then they finally released it on HBO Max. So I was like, oh, okay, I mean, that's great. They hear the people and they released the Schneider cut and stuff. I don't know if it's good. And I kind of don't want to find out because it's 4 hours long. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot. Even when we watched, what was it, Endgame, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't watch. I didn't watch it in theaters because I didn't catch up on any of the films.
Mm.
I was watching it from home, and I had to like pause and like take a break because the emotions that I felt and watching. Yes, I was
Bill
like,
pussy.
I can't deal with it. I can't.
I watched it twice in theaters.
I
twice.
can't do that. Wow, that's what's so bizarre to me. Like, I don't know how people can do it.
Fortunate enough, like the second time we watched it, we didn't have like a lot of people there. Like we had taken my sister there, so we put her like on an aisle seat. Like the second time we watched it, I dragged my sister along because we were also gonna go watch, what was it, Far From Home.
Oh yeah.
Right after that, so I had to make sure my sister was comfortable because she has a bad back. So we put her on the stairs so she could get up and stretch when she needed to. But we were also not in a super crowded theater, so I could actually pick my legs up and put them over the seats in front of me.
I bet that was nice.
But that was the second time. I was too engrossed the first time to really feel any pain, and I do feel a little bad because I had like a 13-year-old little boy next to me.
Oh.
Like I had my husband on one side, like a 13-year-old kid next to me.
Yeah.
And I was just losing my shit the entire time. I'm like, yeah! Mom!
Well, listen,
Like I was really you don't go to a Marvel movie in theater and not participate as the audience. Like you don't.
I was about to say that's one thing I miss about movie theaters is the vibe.
The audience experience.
The audience experience. Sometimes you'll have good people, like that'll cheer with you and you feel the same energy and what. Or you can have shit people who, call in the middle of a movie or start texting and a light just flashes and it takes you out of the movie. I hate that. Or like people who talk about things not involving the movie, and I hear this. I had an experience at a movie theater where there was this couple, right?
Oh no.
I don't know if they were on a date or whatever, but
Mm,
and
mm, mm, mm.
like they wouldn't stop talking to each other, and it was getting louder and louder and louder. And I was like,
Yep.
would I be the person to shush them? I wasn't the person
I
that
would.
shushed them. I didn't do it, but someone else did, because like I wasn't the only one annoyed by it, because they just kept talking. And they were like teens, so they didn't really care for the movie. I don't think they were just on a date and they
Yeah.
wanted to talk. But I was like, if you wanted to talk, don't fucking come to a movie. Sorry. If you want to talk on a first date or a whatever date, don't go to a movie theater, because like you go to the movie to watch the movie. Like, oh my goodness, it was annoying.
Like, you're not wrong. I'm there with you. I don't like. My thing is I don't like talking, like discussing anything when in watching a movie for a first time. Like, I don't mind talking and cutting up and shooting the shit when it's something I've seen several times. Like,
Right. But like
what was
if-
it? Me and my husband are cutting up and talking shit like while we're rewatching the MCU because we've seen most of it.
Also, you're at home and you're not disturbing anybody.
Right. But even then, it's like I don't like talking. Like, what was it? Dark Shadows? Like, we sat down and watched it with his family for the first time, and I'm just like, why the fuck are y'all talking so much?
Yeah.
Like, none of y'all have seen this before. I don't think it's that great of a movie. It's kind of funny, but not that great. But, like, still, don't, like, give it its respect. Sorry.
No, you're good. This is why we're here.
Also, but I have to agree with you. Like, the audience makes a difference. Like, I have said this a couple of times throughout our several podcasts that we've done, several episodes, that like I love a good audience experience. One of my favorite audience experience was watching, what was it?
I don't know.
Fuck, what is it? The Haunting in Connecticut. I went and saw it with my
Oh.
best friend. I think it was like early college, maybe very, very late high school. I went with
Right.
my best friend from high school, and fairly empty, like, audience, fairly empty attendance, empty theater. So it's me and her on one side, fairly close to the steps. There's a group of girls, probably 3, 4 of them, 2 rows in front of us, all the way on the other side. There's maybe 2 or 3 groups of people way up in the back, separate, no more than 2 people each in the group.
Mm-hmm.
And like we get to this very spooky thing, you know that it's building up to a jump scare based
Oh,
off the
yeah.
music, and
Yeah.
it's just the formula and stuff. So it's just like, and like I'm not joking, a full half second on the dot before the jump scare happened, one of the girls in the other group screamed. So by the
Oh.
time that the jump scare was actually on the screen,
Oh.
all of us in the audience are laughing
Oh my god.
at her because it's funny. It was such perfect timing that it actually made like it more enjoyable.
This is why I miss movie theaters, honestly. I just like, especially because now you have the convenience of a $30 film you can watch at home once it comes out. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but
Yeah.
or for us, you can go to a matinee showing for like $10, enjoy it
Mhm.
with your friends or just a bunch of other people, and like on the big screen, and like get immersed and all that. And I'm like, I miss that. I miss movie theaters
Yeah.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I miss them so much. We actually watched Raya the Last Dragon in theaters. I watched with my friend Zamer, who is also here. Hi, Zamer. We watched with my friends, and the theater was just empty theater. So we got to like relax and enjoy, and not worry if anyone was like too close to us or what. And let me just tell you, first of all, that film, amazing. The fight sequences, like the choreography, animation of that film blew my mind. It's so good. The story is also very, very good because duh, Disney, but like the animation itself, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And the backgrounds. Oh my gosh.
Is it a Pixar or is it Disney?
I think it's Disney. I don't think it's Pixar. Maybe it's not Pixar. Hold up.
Because you know
I
what
think
I'm
it's
talking about.
Disney.
It kind of has that like beautiful Pixar animation kind of stuff, but it
Right.
clearly has like the Disney whimsy.
Oh, my husband's awake. My bird is calling for him. No, it is not
Dad,
a Pixar film.
Dad.
It is not a Pixar film. It is just a Disney film. All right, I'll be right back. I have to get my son to my husband because he's like, I hear you. I will be right back. So you can talk about your film. I'll come right back.
Yeah. For those who are hearing, that would be Oreo, Ricey's new verb. I don't know if she's shown a picture of him on Instagram or Twitter yet. But he's adorable. He's a little cockatiel that's gray and white, and his white is basically speckles. He's very cute. He's very opinionated. Clearly, from what she's told me, he's extremely sassy. It sounds like he's starting to get very spoiled. No, it's not Chicken Pot Pie. She was wanting to call him Chicken Pot Pie, but since he's adopted, he already knew his name as Oreo. So we can't really confuse him by naming him Chicken Pot Pie. I know, Monty. I know. But Pot Pie wouldn't really work for his color scheme because traditional cockatiel has like the yellow head and the orange cheeks and then like the gray and white body. Oreo is just gray and white, so he doesn't have any of that yellow or orange that would have really made him a cute chicken pot pie. So he's Oreo. Brycey Burr Brycey. Her child, he screamed. But yeah, no, like.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
The last. I'm trying to remember what my last film I saw on the big screen in theaters, and I don't remember what it is.
I actually remember. Mine was Raya the Last Dragon. I just saw it recently. Let me see. Burp screen. It's no longer Pot Pie. His name is Oreo because I adopted him from a different, like a family had to surrender him. So we adopted him, and it's hard for a bird to remember a new name. Like it takes like even months for a bird to register a new name. So we just kept Oreo because it's simple. He understands it. I was like, we might as well.
And it works for his color scheme. Like I was giving them some info about him, kind of what he looked like. You don't on Instagram.
Wait, what was that?
You have Oreo on Instagram.
Have what?
Of Oreo on Instagram.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Hold up.
Hang on.
Yeah. What'd you say about Instagram?
Do you have a picture of Oreo on Instagram?
No, I
think
don't.
My husband's. You need to.
I do. I just I forget Instagram exists. But yeah. Let's see. Drive-ins and seeing films. Okay, first of all, I really wish drive-ins were a big thing again. Like during a pandemic, drive-in theaters would have been a huge thing, but it's not. I mean they still exist, but it's far and few, and I want them to be popular. Because I would legit go to a drive-in theater. Oh my goodness.
That really affects the movie.
You think what?
Light pollution.
My
husband's taking the internet and I need him to stop.
Oh no.
Let's see here.
Don't mind me, I'm eating Pocky. But they started reconstruction in early 2020. No! No. I used to, because deep down in the south near where I live, there was a drive-in theater. And but you know, it's empty. It's been abandoned. But I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if they did have really good drive-in theaters, especially now during a pandemic. I'm pretty sure it would have been a big thing because you wouldn't cost $30 to watch a movie, or 20 to watch a movie in your own home. Like, no, 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 no. No, I think they're doing something else with that area, Zamer. Sadly, no.
I mean,
no
it's.
drive-ins.
I don't want to drive in the middle of the city. There's a thing called light pollution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair, 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 fair.
Well,
So
there's
besides,
one that my mom keeps talking about that's like a drive-in that's huge that has like 4 projectors that's usually putting like streaming 4 different movies. Like one for each projector.
Mm-hmm. But you never answered your question. What was the last movie you saw?
I still don't remember.
You saw Cats? Oh, right. I forgot. Because you saw Cats. Was that around the pandemic?
I
Or
think it
was
was
that right
like
before?
right before. I think it was right before.
Damn. I think you're right. Cats seemed like such a fever dream. Have you seen Cats?
Well,
yeah.
those nightmares. No, thank you.
Okay, so I saw a bit of Cats. I never got to finish it fully
Mm-hmm.
because I was watching someone on Instagram live stream Cats, and their reactions to Cats. I couldn't even take it seriously because Cats was just I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. The CG just looks so strange to me. I can't with Cats. Did not like it as a theatrical production. Definitely have no desire to watch it as a movie. It is from what I know, it's one of the best memeable movies. Because people just shit on that movie. It's the funniest thing. They just shit on that movie. And I feel bad. Because they all the big names are there. And they try really, really hard. But I think because they try so hard, it's funny. And I know they don't mean it to be funny, but it's funny. And I feel bad for laughing, but come on. I mean,
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, I remember I had to look up like 2019 movies. I remember the last film I saw in 2019. Like, I had gone seen Captain Marvel on the big screen and Endgame on the big screen and Far From Home on the big screen.
Right.
What I did see on the big screen, and it was like at the dollar theater. I didn't get to see it like in the nice theaters. The quote unquote dollar theater is not that nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh man.
That was good.
Wow.
That was absolutely worth seeing on the big screen. That was good. Mothra was beautiful. It was great fight thinking. Ghidorah was just like intimidating and terrifying. Rodan was terrifying. Like Godzilla was amazing. They did such a good job with that one. That one, along with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, is absolutely one that if you ever get a chance to go see it on the big screen, however you can, it's worth it.
I still haven't seen that Godzilla. But now I love the memes of Godzilla and Kong.
Oh, okay.
Like Godzilla versus Kong.
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 I haven't seen it yet. It's on HBO. What? HBO Max? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because that was supposed to be a movie that was supposed to be in film as well, right? In the big screen.
On theaters, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's like you can see it in theaters, but please stay safe.
I don't know.
But I haven't even seen the first Godzilla at all. So
he is alright. It's a Godzilla movie.
Yeah. But is it
People
made from the same creators?
Complain about it. Because it's like, oh, there's not like enough like acting in people, and I'm like, cool, I need you to like fucking understand, like Godzilla movies are like monsters fighting monsters. That's what Godzilla is. And they actually did, in my opinion, not being a Godzilla fan, I think they did a really good job with the movies.
So I've never seen okay, I've never seen a modern Godzilla fan. Oh no, modern
What? Really?
Godzilla movie. So I remember
And
I
clearly, you
had
need to meet my sister.
no. I was like, I've never seen a modern Godzilla movie. I did, however, watch the classic, the very first Gojira. For
Oh, the
a
Toho.
yes, for the very first Gojira, and I think it was for like a film class or like a Japanese history class I took for my um what was it? Because I took Japanese as a language course,
Yeah.
and we watched it in class, and I thought it was very good. But, okay, first of all, practical effects back then is hilarious because it's just a guy in a suit. So yeah, but I haven't seen any of the other Godzilla movies after that, right? And I know I should because I hear it's good. And then there's all these other Godzilla characters that I recognize because everybody else talks about them. But personally, I haven't seen any modern Godzilla films.
You never watched like the 1990 or 1991?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't. It wasn't. It's just because it didn't really interest me at the time in the '90s. You know,
Yeah.
I was all about. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't. I just didn't really watch any of them. But I guess that's a fault of mine. It's not because like I guess I just didn't really have an opportunity to watch them. You know, none of my friends really liked it. I know nothing of it. I'm just like Monty's still talking about cats. I actually saw Cats, the theatrical version of Cats in college or something. It was fairly recently. I think it was fairly recently. And then I saw that they were going to do like the not animation, oh my god. The theatrical of Cats, and I was just like, well, this will be interesting. Cats itself, like the concept of Cats as a play is dumb. I'm sorry, it's just dumb because the majority of the entire play is cats introducing themselves, who they are, and why like they want to be the Jellicle choice. That's it. And you're like, oh, if they're chosen, what happens to them? They fly in a hot air balloon. Or I thought they were being abducted by aliens the first time I watched it.
I mean, that's fair.
And I was just like, wait, so the whole point of this entire the play is, or musical, is that every single cat introduces themselves, they pick one cat, and then they get abducted by aliens. Great. Let's make a movie out of it. Make a movie out of it. We'll make millions. I love Cats that they pulled it off. And like, I remember a bunch of my friends who were like big theater nerds. They were like, oh, I love Cats. I really like the music in Cats. Music in Cats is fine, like as a musical, but in general.
Yeah, because it's a Broadway production. Broadway isn't going to be a big hit if the music isn't good.
Right, and the music is fine.
Yeah.
But the actual story, what story? There is no story. It's just cats introducing themselves. Oh my goodness. And I had FOMO. I thought I was missing out on the best like theatrical production, Broadway production. I did not. I didn't miss anything. You know what? What is a good musical production, theatrical production that you can watch on Disney Plus? That's Hamilton. That shit fire. I love Hamilton.
Still haven't seen that.
It's so good. Now that has a story. Everything about Hamilton is good. Music is music is good. I love Hamilton, but I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are very obsessed with Hamilton.
It's very good. Like, it's very, very good. The music is not... The music as a musical, theatrical play, is not something you would normally hear in a Broadway musical. And I think that's what captured a lot of the audience. Because you have hip-hop and rap and, like, musical
It wasn't
theater.
the traditional Broadway kind style music.
No, it wasn't. But it was
because
wonderful.
you can kind of tell it's like Into the Woods that had like a
Mm-hmm.
movie adaptation. It's very
Yes.
stereotypical, like Broadway production sound. Um, what was it? I always had a problem with Tangled, the Disney movie Tangled, because all the music sounded very similar all across the board, and it just
Oh,
sounded like a knockoff kind of Broadway musical to me.
I think
Um,
I think they
I
wanted it
like
to
the
be
story
one.
better of Tangled over Frozen, but Frozen clearly hit the mark with the music.
Oh yeah, Frozen did for sure.
Um,
Also, go ahead.
hmm?
Sorry, I was
No,
about to
I was
say
just gonna.
the writer Lin Manuel Miranda has another theater musical. It wasn't as popular as Hamilton because he made it like many years before Hamilton, and it's called In the Heights, right? And it's about, I think, Puerto Rican culture.
Yeah.
It's about like the Puerto Rican culture, and it is also a musical using more Latino based music. And I know this because when I worked at the university, there was a girl there who was obsessed with In the Heights, and they're making it into a movie now. So I'm very excited to see that. I think it's coming out. It's supposed to be this year, I think. But I'm excited for that. That's a movie I am excited for. Let me ask you, what are some movies you're excited for to watch this year?
Um, I feel like a lot of it would be the Phase 4, MCU Phase
Oh,
4.
right.
Um, though like I'm really tired and I can't remember anything at the moment. Like I know we're getting some really like a lot of side character movies, like side characters in the respect of the MCU. Like a lot of these characters are major Marvel characters, have their own major like storylines and multiverses kind of stuff, but it's like they're not mainstream like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor
Mm-hmm.
and Hulk and everyone else. Um, but
Is it
like I'm very
Moon Knight
excited.
one of them? Hold up.
I honestly don't know when Moon Knight is coming out. Honestly, I don't know
Yep.
if it's this year or next year.
I do know that it is coming out though. Moon Knight.
Right. Um. So we have Black Widow that's supposed to be out sometime this year. Again, I don't know. Like I know that they've really set the dates for a lot of these, but I don't know if things are going to be shifted around more because we are still technically in a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Black Widow is one of them. I'm very excited to get her backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I don't think I really know this character, and I'm very excited to see this character. I feel like this is going to be more of a um hand-to-hand fighting style, which I'm always incredibly excited to see fight scenes, hand-to-hand fight scenes. They've
Right.
always made me very, very excited to see. The Eternals, I'm very curious to see who these people are and what how they're gonna tie into the MCU.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
I've heard Spider-Man No Way Home is supposed to be late this year,
Uh-huh.
but like I'm wondering if they're gonna end up having to push that into the early next year. Um,
Oh.
so no promises on that being released this year, but I also don't really fully pay attention to movies on when they come out, just
Right.
because I feel like trailers spoil the movie way too much. Um, lately,
Can I
I
also
also can't really afford to go to the movie theater, so I'm like, I'll just wait until it's accessible somewhere.
I was about to say, I know they teased Sonic. Sonic isn't going to be premiering this year. Is it next year?
I don't think it's this year. It might be early 2023. I don't know
Damn.
how soon
Why
they're
they do
gonna
that
be
to
able
me?
to pump it out.
Right.
Because I remember hearing late last year that they were gonna do another movie for it, but again, I don't know how the pandemic's kind of affected their releasing.
Right. Oh, Mortal Kombat movie. Yes, I'm actually.
Oh,
Yes, yes. Mortal Kombat and The Kingsman. Yes, that 10 out of 10. Love it. I'm excited for those. So
oh,
Sonic 2 is slated for 2022. I'm excited for that one. I really liked the first Sonic. I'm trying to see what else.
okay. We have dates for the MCU. Also, I would like present this story to our audience.
Okay.
You mentioned Mortal Kombat, and I
Mortal
remember you
Kombat.
tweeting about it. It's like, oh, I'm very excited for this movie or whatever it was. So I got the notification on my phone about your tweet. It's just like, oh, I'm very excited about this, and then it had like whatever, like a URL or a link or something, and I only got to see part of the link. So it's like www.mkmovie.com or something. And I'm like,
Magic Kingdom.
Mario Kart movie?
Oh,
What?
Mario Kart, yeah.
I'm like, okay. I figured it'd be a lot more hype than that, but you know.
Nintendo releases Mario Kart movie. No, it was just all straight up Mortal Kombat.
Oh, wait, is that just like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift?
Yeah. With Mario characters. Oh gosh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh,
Can we get
that's
Vin Diesel,
hilarious.
please?
Oh
Vin
man.
Diesel. Can we get Vin Diesel? That'd be great.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think what else. Fuck. What other movie? Because I am very excited for not Mario Kart. Damn it, Mortal Kombat. Nintendo has started that they're thinking about making movies. Really? Probably because Sonic was doing so well.
Oh, I mean, Sonic ended up doing all right because the internet bullied the shit out of them.
That's true. Also, how can you forget the 90s classic, the Mario Bros film? So they did technically make a movie.
Ooh.
I think it was just the Mario Bros film? Yeah, the Mario Brothers movie 1993. How can you forget that classic? They did make a movie. I know they don't want to admit that they made a movie.
Because I had emotionally repressed that movie.
Everyone has. Everyone knew they repressed that movie. And if you okay, Mario Bros the movie is terrible, but it's a guilty pleasure. I feel like it's a fun movie to just shit on. It's so fun. It's dumb. Even for a 1993 film for kids, it's dumb. But yeah, they did make a movie. Nintendo did make a movie. And Luigi's actor filmed with a broken arm. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm telling you. There was a lot of things wrong with that movie. And they knew it was absolute shit the moment they turned it out. But no one forgets the Mario movie. So Nintendo did in fact make a movie. Oh man, they did their best though. So here is a movie I am excited to watch. And it's supposed to come out this year. It's a horror movie called Candyman, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw the first
original.
The original. I think it was 90s. Maybe 80s? I think
late
it was 80s.
90s, I think.
Of Candyman. And I actually really liked Candyman. And I'm excited to watch this one because it's being produced by Jordan Peele. So
yes.
I'm excited. I am so excited to see that.
And he's such
and they are bringing back Tony Todd because he's the perfect Candyman. Like, he's perfect in every way. Like,
I'm so glad. I like him as an actor. I wish we had more of him in place. So Candyman was 1992, by the way.
Okay. Because I remember watching it. It was still had the very much 80s aesthetic with the hair and everything. But I loved Candyman. It was such a good film. And I'm very excited for that as well. I'm scrolling down. There's like a list of a bunch of movies coming out between 2020 and 2021. But Candyman is one of the horror movies. I don't know if I'll watch it. That I'm too scared to watch it in theaters.
baby.
Cancel Jack. I see what you did there, Zamer. Yes, from Freakazoid. Yeah, that's exactly where. Um, but that's like one horror movie I'll try and see in theaters if I'm not too much of a wimp. Let's see.
What is this? Okay, it's animation. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Batman, Soul of the Dragon. What did I miss?
What?
No, it's animated, and I guess it's already released because it's like you can watch it for $6. But yeah.
Interesting.
I think what I'm getting a lot of ads for, and I know I'm not gonna go watch it, is Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I watched Tom and Jerry like with my grandparents and stuff on my mom's side, and it's like I
love Tom
really
and Jerry.
enjoy the Tom and Jerry show.
So I do too.
Especially like the classic Tom and Jerry stuff. I am not interested in it. It just reminds me of what they were trying to do with the Smurfs, and I wasn't interested in what they were
Oh.
trying to do then.
Okay.
So
The one thing that I do appreciate about the Tom and Jerry film, yeah, I think it's already released actually. Tom and
Yeah.
Jerry is I think it's already released, but it was a blend of 2D animation and live action, right?
yeah.
I loved how they did that. I can honestly appreciate it that they did that because I want a remake, maybe not a remake, but maybe like a sequel of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Because I don't think it's
Yes.
ever gonna happen because at
Yeah.
the time they Warner Brothers Studios and Disney made a pact to have like the Disney characters and Warner Brothers characters together. Like they made a deal so that could happen. Will that happen? Probably not because it's Disney. You know.
Oh,
But
girl.
you know, I don't think it's going to happen personally, but I would love to have like maybe a remake or a
Girl,
what is it?
I'm clicking around on Google, just
Yeah.
looking at like 2021 movie releases and stuff.
Right.
Have you heard of Willy's Wonderland?
Willy's Wonderland? That's the one with Nick Cage, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Me and Jack want to watch it, but it's in theaters and we can't watch it. I want to watch it so bad.
I was about to say it's on Amazon Prime for $20.
I'm not gonna pay 20. My goodness.
I
I'm
know,
broke.
I know. It was released back in February, but it sounds like it's just a movie version of what is it? Freddy Fazbear's
Yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
So they actually tried, from what I hear, they tried to do the Five Nights at Freddy's movie with several different directors or several different stories or different writers and stuff. And Scott Cawthon, the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yeah.
wants it to be a certain way. And the writers and directors want it to be a different way. So they can't really... Like, he doesn't have, I guess, as much creative freedom. So he's been trying to find, what do you call it? A writer and director who will be able to pick up his vision, let's just say, right?
He's very specific about it because anything that is canon, he is very
Very much.
down to an extreme detail. Like,
Exactly.
go watch anything with MatPat about Five Nights at Freddy's because, goodness, this man puts a lot of time into his
It's
work.
a lot of lore. So I do know that there was, what was it? The Banana Splits movie, which was a horror movie, was one of the, I'm pretty sure they tweaked it, obviously, but that was one of the first scripts for the Five Nights at Freddy's film. And then when he left it, they were like, no, we still want to, produce and make the film. So they made the film as, what is it? The Banana Splits. And then Willy's Wonderland came out, and I think it was another script thing for Five Nights at Freddy's that he didn't agree on, but they still wanted to make it, and they made it with Nick Cage. And it's from what I hear, it's fantastic. It's not scary, obviously. It's like
it's supposed to be a horror. It's supposed to be
horror,
horror,
but it's like a campy horror. It's the good
but
kind.
it's Nick Cage.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, no, no, no. His performance was amazing. Everyone praised Nick Cage's performance. And like so I actually love Nick Cage for this. So Nick Cage actually loves to do indie films cuz like if he doesn't like the script, he will walk out. Like he'll be like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to do it." He apparently read the
True.
script, especially because he doesn't have a speaking line, not one speaking line in Willy's Wonderland. It's all his acting. And he liked it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm in for it." And so he did it. Like he played it and it was wonderful. He did such a good job. So Willy's Wonderland with Nick Cage? Yeah. I'm just trying to find a way to watch it without having to pay $20 to watch it in my own home. The Color Out of Space is another indie film, which is a horror film, which we are trying to watch. Me and my husband are watching a bunch of Nick Cage films. We just bought Mandy, which is another horror, but not really horror, revenge film with Nick Cage. And that shit is a trip and a half. My goodness. Mandy. Damn. But we are going to watch The Color Out of Space soon. We're just watching a bunch of Nick Cage movies. Anyway, sorry. I'm just talking about Nick Cage and horror movies.
I appreciate Nick Cage. There are a lot of times where it's like he's fantastic. Like I liked him in his first Ghost Rider movie. I didn't really like the second one, honestly.
Yeah.
I just think it was the writing that really kind of like didn't run well.
I'm just trying to see. I have yet to see Coming to America 2. I do need to watch that because I saw the first one.
I think it would be really my kind of tea since I never watched the first one.
I watched the first one and I thought it was funny. Let's see. Oh, Cruella. That actually looks pretty good.
I don't know how I feel about it, but then again, I never really liked Cruella. I never really liked 101 Dalmatians. Like, I liked Sleeping Beauty. I loved Maleficent as a villain.
Yeah.
Cruella, I'm just like, you're just a bitch. Now, Glenn Close, what's her face? Was it Meryl Streep or Glenn Close that was the live action 101 Dalmatians, like the original one?
I thought it was Glenn Close. Hold up.
But you understand why I'm asking, because I'm an idiot. But like her Cruella was amazing, but it's all the actress.
Hold up. I'm looking at it now.
Monty's like Glenn Close. Thank you, Monty.
Yeah, it was Glenn Close. Okay.
But like,
thanks, Monty. You too.
Her
Cruella
was amazing. They did such a good job with her. Her outfits were like beautiful and amazing.
Obviously,
her acting was incredible. Like her henchmen were great.
So I also like maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a me thing. The one with Emma Stone, I like how edgy they try to make it because they did the same thing with Maleficent. Maleficent's film, they made her edgy with giving her also a actual good like character, story, background, all of that. They did her so good. And I'm hoping they put the same time and effort into Cruella. Will I watch it? Yes, of course I'm going to watch Cruella. And I loved the trailer of how like the fashion world they're going to be cruel. Like it's because, it's going to be something.
Fashion is always very cruel.
Yeah, it's a hard industry. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to do that. I'm very excited. I'm super excited. I am one to watch all of that. So yeah, I'm that bitch. Let's see. Oh, Luca, which is a Pixar film. That's the Pixar film that's coming out, which is interesting because it doesn't look like a lot of the other Pixar films, but that one is, I think they're saving. Monsters. Sorry, what was that?
I was about to say, with Luca, I think they're saving like the big, beautiful Pixar.
Well, I'm glad.
Moments. Right.
I don't want them to lose any of them because, like, I think it's cool that they're sea monsters, turn human, and they're trying to experience human life, quote unquote. Um, so I'm very excited to see it. I think it's going to be a very cute film. Will it break my heart? Most definitely, because it's Pixar, and that's what they
It's
do.
Pixar. Did you cry in it? It's Pixar.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck Pixar, man. Um, what was um, what was the last Pixar film? It was Onward,
Was it
right?
Moana? It was Onward. Yeah. No, was it Soul? Was Soul Pixar or was
Oh
it
yes,
Disney?
you're right. Soul.
But before that, it was Onward.
Yeah. So Soul. Fucking love that movie. Oh my
Did you
gosh.
cry?
Huh?
Did you cry? Is it
Didn't.
Pixar? Did you cry?
It did. I didn't cry, but I felt things. I just felt
You felt
things.
emotions?
I felt so
You
many
can't
emotions.
you can't call yourself a millennial if you have emotions.
Let's see. Soul did not get enough advertisement. No, I do think that they did so bad with the advertisement, but they were. It was
Yeah.
also because Soul was supposed to release in a time during the pandemic, and it was just impossible. So I think Disney was scrambling to try and figure out exactly how to deal with all of that, if that makes sense. Because
It's like advertising. Oh, it's like, oh, we have Soul, but it's coming out on our like streaming service. So they would
Yeah.
have to do kind of like a double ad for both Soul and their production.
streaming service. They also did the same thing for the live action Mulan. Like
Ugh.
it sucked.
Ugh.
Yeah, but
Ugh.
the
You haven't seen it yet.
No, I'm not. I mean, you are enough to tell me it sucks. So, but the
suffer with me.
advertising and marketing for the Mulan film was terrible as well. Like I hardly saw any of that.
Hmm.
But I did see Soul because I love Jamie Foxx.
Mhm.
And the movie itself, as a 30-year-old lady who often has those thoughts that like the main character in Soul did, I was touched by that movie. And it's funny to see a young, sprightly new Soul. Who was it? Tina Fey? Is that the or some other who plays the actual Soul? Who gets a chance at life, sees it differently, and it just oh my gosh, it was so good. I love Soul. And also the jazz. Can we just talk about the music? Music is bomb. Loved Soul. And I hate that it didn't get as much hype, as other movies, but I do think it's because we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, Soul. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. That shit good. That's some good shit right there.
E.
um
I've said before, I'll get around to watching Pixar movies. I don't actively oh, I just you've told me to go watch it. It's amazing. I'll go watch it now. I was like, I'll get around to it. And that's with literally every single Pixar movie.
Why? You don't want to feel the feelings?
Basically, I guess
Yeah.
you're not wrong. It's just I want to watch high fantasy stuff and escape reality. I don't want to have to
Deal with your
face
emotions.
difficult emotions. Onward was hard, okay? It was good. It had enough fantasy to be interesting for me, but it's oof, that
No.
ending.
I can understand why Onward was so hard for you. I also
Yeah.
Coco was hard for me because I watched that
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I fucking bawled and everyone was looking at me like, is she okay? No, I wasn't okay. I mean, yes, I was okay, but I was just, it was so much. But Pixar, man. Pixar. Damn. Anyway, we have about 10 minutes. Oh, crap. So,
I
okay.
said, chill chat, probably movies.
I love movies, though. My goodness.
Movies are so good. Actually, I got my husband probably back mid-early February. We sat down and watched the first Ocean's 11 movie.
Oh, so you never seen it before?
I've seen it. I love that series.
Okay.
I haven't seen the new one with his sister.
That also
haven't
is
seen
good.
the girls.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had a chance to really get access to it to watch it. But it's we wanted something chill, and I'm just Ocean's 11 is a really good chill heist movie. It's really funny. It's very stylized, and he really enjoyed it. He was getting to the end. It's how did they get out? how do they do that? And I'm like, it will like
It's
he was loving
genius.
every moment of it, and he's like, how are they going to execute this? It's like, if you're loving this now, you will absolutely adore the end. And he loved it. It was so good. It
I
made me really happy.
I am a super excited. Like, I love Ocean's movies. They are just genius.
Yes.
Especially the first one. Like the others are also
Ah.
very, very, very good, but the first
Mhm.
one, oh my gosh. And no wonder
Nothing
it was
beats the
such a
first
hit.
one.
No. It was such a hit. Um but I remember we have the entire, was it, now it's not a trilogy, it's
A saga. Like, I think it's a saga or something.
yeah, whatever 4 movies is. Um but yeah, love that as a heist movie. Freaking good.
And I like character development. It's like nothing matches the first one because nothing is as good as the first one. But it's like they each match the tone very well. Like the sequel isn't like really like a standard middle child problem. It doesn't really set up for the third one. It's its own standalone heist movie. And the character development through all 3 of them is great.
I don't know
love
what
it.
movie I'm going to watch now, but I am going to be watching The Winter Soldier as soon as we're off stream. Just like, gotta watch it. Gotta do it.
Yeah, talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
Same.
Because, like, again, there's a different kind of hype for that. But, yeah. Any last words you want to say? Any other movies that you're super excited?
I'm really excited for the MCU stuff. I haven't really kept up with a lot of information. I don't really watch TV anymore, so that's where I used to get a lot of like trailers and stuff for movies.
Right.
So I don't really know anything outside of that I really want to like go out of my way to see. I would like to sit down and watch the Willy's Wonderland or whatever.
Yes.
I need, like, I want to go watch it. I want to see how bad these animatronics are. I want to see how bad the acting is, or how good everything is. If it's a good horror movie, or is it like a bad horror movie?
Right.
I'm excited for it. So I don't know. I just get on, like, what is it, Netflix, and just look around for stuff to watch.
I have to keep watching. I'm probably gonna watch some more terrible, like, horror movies. And me and Jack are still on the, because we watched a bunch of what's his name's
Nicolas Cage.
No. Keanu Reeves movies, right? We were on that binge. And now we're like, okay, we've done a lot of Keanu Reeves movies. Let's watch Nick Cage movies. But like the indie Nick Cage. Because honestly, it's funny to see Nick Cage. I don't know why. To see him in all these indie movies. Because he's, as, I guess maybe it's not the pressure of having like a high, like, priced film or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like he acts better in these indie films than he does, especially now, you know, in his older or more recent films, than he does in any of his, like, past films. You know, when he, I guess it's trying to take it seriously. Maybe that's just me. But I can really appreciate his acting in the in his indie films.
I have a theory about this. I haven't seen any of his indie films, so it's like I'd have to go see them first. But it almost seems like indie directors know how to deal with weird people because they're indie directors. They have to deal with less than A class stars and stuff like that. But I also feel like these A class directors don't really know how to deal with weird people.
Oh yeah.
Like one,
I don't know.
Like
Hollywood in general is just strange.
I mean, fair, but a lot of these actors are supposed to be like have a really good front of being like normal and presentable and things like that.
Yeah. Still, damn. Anyway, we're gonna end it with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it with fucking Nick Cage. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of just chill streaming or chill podcast. Because I am very excited about a bunch of the films coming out this year. And I guess because of the pandemic, I have just watched hell a lot of films lately
Mm.
because what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shows and films. You just binge, snack and
Yep.
binge and watch movies.
Mhm.
And I hope you guys. I guess for the ending of the stream, tell me what you guys are most excited for when we end our stream.
Yeah.
I would love to know what you guys are excited for. So just type it in chat. But yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still don't get your hopes up. We don't know what we're going to talk about next week.
Listen, I already said that I was a procrastinator, okay? I wait till the last minute to figure out. Because, like, I will one day wake up and be like, we need to talk about this. Or, like, you know, we'll talk about so many topics at work. And we're like,
Yeah.
okay, we need to talk about this instead, you know?
Yeah.
We can't ever decide. We wait till the last minute. But
Gotta
yeah.
start on Wednesdays.
Say what? Oh, you're breaking up again.
No. I know. My fucking internet. Fuck
No,
that
you're
shit.
fine. Oh, we're gonna end it now anyway. So,
Okay.
yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend and a week, and we will see you next week. Have a good one, guys. We'll say bye. Okay, bye.